Hi, this is Bob. Welcome to my basement and my first video on my new channel, Modern Life for the 70s Mind. For all of us incredibly over-the-top cool people who grew up in the 60s, the 70s, and I'll even give you some in the 80s, isn't it just crazy to look back and see how things have changed and progressed so much over the years? It's really nuts when you think about it. Here on my channel, we're not only going to look back at the many things that we loved when we were younger, but we're also going to take a look at how we fit into this much different modern society. If we're lucky, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed on this one, we'll even manage to drag a few younger people here along the way so that they can see that us older people are actually kind of cool after all. We're not just a bunch of grumpy old men and women. At least I pray to God that's not the case. Since I've always had a pretty strong love for music, and because this is my channel and this is what I want to do, I think we're definitely going to focus on the incredible early music that without a doubt made each and every one of us who we are today. Or at the very least, it had a significant impact on us. I know it did me. I'll also be introducing you to some of today's artists, some that you may have heard of, others that you probably haven't. To be honest, some are going to be new to me as well. That way we'll get to experience our first listens together. I'm probably going to present the music in the form of reaction videos, or at least that's where we're going to be starting today, where we'll take a slightly deeper look into the songs and I'll give you my first impressions and reactions. Either bad or good, either way. Let's be frank though, modern music is definitely different from what we grew up with, but that doesn't necessarily make it bad. At least I think, or I'm hoping. We'll also be looking back into things other than music that were popular back when we were younger. Many of those things have probably long disappeared from the store shelves. I'm sure many of you can think of a list of things, but they haven't necessarily escaped our minds because they're such great memories. So we'll be taking a look at that as well. So with all that said, please hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, and welcome to Modern Life for the 70s Mind. And for the love of God, let's please keep politics out of this. Let's just have fun and let's see where this takes us. Let's get going. Okay guys, I think what we're going to do first for this first reaction video, instead of doing something new, a new artist that none of us have heard of and stuff like that, I think I'm going to kind of settle into this easy and go into an artist that we have all heard of in the past. I was flipping through YouTube the other day and came across the familiar Pink Floyd album cover where the two men are standing shaking hands, both in suits. One is on fire, one's not. I've been led to believe for a number of years now that that represented the record labels and the artists being the ones on fire, because they were accusing the labels of basically screwing them out of their royalties. So they were called getting burned. And I think that's kind of where the album cover concept came from. I'm sure if you do some research, you could find out a little bit more about that. Now you're going to say, how is this going to be a first reaction video when we've all heard Pink Floyd a million times? Good point. So what I thought I would do is take a little different approach. I've never seen Pink Floyd live. I've honestly never watched live concert clips from them. So I thought what I would do, I randomly picked out a live version of Wish You Were Here. And we're going to listen to that because honestly, I have no idea if they sound good live, if they sound bad or not. So we'll go from there and see how it goes. I believe this song was written, I wrote it down. It was released in 1975 and it was written by both Roger Waters and David Gilmour. From what I'm led to believe, the song is about Syd Barrett, who was, I believe, one of the original members of Pink Floyd. And when they first started, I guess Syd was basically kind of the main person. He did a lot of the songwriting, and I believe he did some of the singing. Don't hold me to that because I'm not a history buff. But apparently, at some point, he left the band due to some drug issues he was facing. And from what I believe is that this song is somewhat in reference to him. So the clip I have, and I'll pop this up on the screen here. The clip I have is from a video from 2002, so it's about 20 years old now. And it's from the Royal Festival Hall concert in London. So let's start this up and take a look at it. As we go through it, I may stop the video a few times, and let's see where this takes us. Here we go. Give me a second. All right. Ready? Here we go. Okay, before we even get really far into this, I can already see this may not be all of Pink Floyd. It looks like it just might be David Gilmour, who, by the way, replaced Sid after he left the band. That's fine. It's still a part of Pink Floyd. If we like this, I'll just do another video later on, so we can go through that then. But let's continue with this one and see where it takes us. Sorry. I love 12-string guitars. I actually have one in my closet here. I played it for about 10 years. I was horrible, so I can maybe do this a little bit, but that's the extent of my guitar playing. The 12-string guitars just give it such a fuller sound, I think, or a wider range of sounds than a 6-string. And what's a little different from this version, from what you're going to hear on the studio album, I think the studio album, this song came on after Have a Cigar, if I remember right. And it starts out with this 12-string, really quiet, kind of in the background. If you listen closely in the album, you'll hear some noise of people moving around or shuffling things or sniffling or whatever. And it's made to sound more like an AM radio and not so much like a main part of the song. And when the other guitar comes in, that's where it really hits you, and that's where the song seems to really take hold. But let's keep going with this. I love this 12-string guitar. Okay, it might take us a while to get through this song. I promise I won't interrupt as much. You can hear what I was talking about with the 12-string. It's more of a rhythm guitar. He's doing more strumming. David Gilmour now comes in with the 6-string guitar, and he's taking more of a lead role with the guitar. Now, this looks like it's an acoustic set, so I don't think we're going to get any heavy metal sounds coming out of here. But if you listen to the difference between the 12-string and the 6-string, and more of the rhythm playing versus more of the lead playing, it creates such a contrast that I just love it. Let's keep going. Okay, one more thing before he starts singing. Two things. One, this song really could just hit repeat and just keep playing this over and over again. I think it's such a wonderful piece of music that even if there weren't any lyrics, I would still love the song, especially with Pink Floyd. They could draw it out and do all sorts of stuff. I'm holding my breath on the vocals. This is in '05, so he'd been with the band, 25 years or something, maybe more or less. I don't know if his voice holds up live versus the studio, but we're going to see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's see how he does.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
Okay, the question is answered. He sounds great. That is so cool. I've seen some people in concert over the years where you're all excited to see him, then you see him live and it just doesn't sound the same. The big exception to that people always made fun of me, that they said it was a stupid concert to even go to, was Boston back in the day. They said that Boston would never sound like they do on the album. And sure enough, they killed it. I mean, it was a great show. They sounded really good. And I'm really glad to hear David Gilmour singing as well as he does on this song. So let's just keep going.
Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, whatever a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk on part in the road for a lead role in a cave?
Okay, so that's the end of the second verse. It definitely has more of an acoustic feel than the studio version does. That's to be expected because of the setting they have here. I love the addition of the bass, that big bass in the background, because if you don't hear it a lot, it's not really in the forefront, but you can definitely hear it, and it kind of rounds out the acoustic, which is really nice. Okay, let's keep going. Man, I can just, you know what? I could put this on, sit back in my chair, close my eyes, and just listen to the guitar. He really plays it well. The 12-string accompanying him in the background is really great. Maybe I'm going over the top because I really like Pink Floyd, but I'm really excited to see it live. I'm surprised I haven't done this in the past. So, okay. Okay, I can't let that pass. I grabbed the lyrics. I have a copy of the lyrics, or copy of the lyrics. This, to me, I don't know why, I just have always loved these lyrics. I couldn't tell you the rest of the song, but these lyrics I remember, where he says, "We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears." I think those are great lyrics. Maybe you don't, but I like them. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I love that cello coming in. That is, I guess that's been playing the whole time. I really didn't hear it. I was focused so much on that big bass instrument, I didn't even really notice the cello. But when she came in, That was awesome. So let me go back and see if we can play that part again. I think you'll see a piano first, and then the cello will come in. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Awesome. You know, I've heard that so many times where at the end of the song he's kind of playing guitar and kind of basically singing with the guitar. Um, Seeing it live and seeing him do that and the feeling that he puts into it and just the whole overall feeling of the song, just really, I think it's makes the song sound even better than it does on the studio side of it. All in all, I loved it. And let me sit back here for a second. Let me gather a few thoughts, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, guys, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I was really happy to see that David Gilmour sounded as good as he did. It makes me kind of angry at myself for not seeing Pink Floyd back in the day when I had a chance. I always liked Pink Floyd, but honestly, I couldn't tell you if I just couldn't make it or if I just wasn't into them enough at the time. I don't know. It would have been nice on this video to see Roger Waters as well. But maybe what we'll do a few videos from now is try to find a regular Pink Floyd, not just a David Gilmour live video, and we can go through that together, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I'll make sure to add a link to this song in my description below so that you can listen to it without me constantly interrupting. Also, in the comments below, if there's any videos or any topic you'd like me to go over, please let me know. And please, 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 please like this video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel so you'll know exactly when I release my next video. It really helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys. I really enjoyed it, and until next time, peace out.